Hi there, I'm Gary. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm opening the 7th Matchbox Challenge kit from viewer Simon John. If you don't know about this, Matchbox used to be a huge name in model kits when I was young, and I've very fond memories of making them. Simon has decided to send me some kits to make, but I don't know what they are until I open them on camera. So let's have a look at what he has sent me this time. So here we are, another Matchbox Challenge to open and discover what is in store. As usual, I've taken the precaution of removing all the address labels and so on, and sender labels to protect the innocent. And this time I'm just going to open it up, and let's see what we've got inside. Oh, straight away, straight into it. What do we have? What is? Oh, hello, Simon's Matchbox Challenge indeed, and I can see already it is a Heinkel 70. Wow. Now, I never made one of these. It's only a small kit. I made a lot of Matchbox kits that were, the smaller ones when I was younger. But never Heinkel 70. I don't know why. It's a fascinating aeroplane. Truly lovely thing. See, this is what I liked about Matchbox. Okay, Airfix. I don't know if Airfix would ever have done this kit. But look at it. It's glorious. Oh, and one of the schemes is for the Spanish Civil War. Isn't it lovely? Oh, there's a civilian one as well. My goodness, that's such an amazing aircraft. Oh, so it's a Royal Hungarian Air Force. Now, that's going to be fun, choosing between these. Spanish Air Force, or do I go with the Lufthansa version, which is all very smart, very Teutonic, or this very odd and interesting Hungarian one? Oh, notice it's got a different engine. It's because that's a 170A with a big old radial engine, and the F and the G have got inline engines. That's interesting. Well, it's in a plastic bag. Let's have a look inside. Oh, quite sealed, almost, in a plastic bag, not as it was originally. Oh, actually, do you know what? The original that feels like original cellophane. That actually feels like original cellophane. Leamington Hobby Centre, £3.15. How about that? Oh, I love odd things. This is what Matchbox did. I don't think Airfix would ever have done this kit. I really don't, because it's just such an unusual. The stacks and the staining on. Oh, do you know what? This Spanish one looks increasingly interesting to me. How on earth I'm going to do that camouflage, I'm not sure. But let's have a look inside. Let's have a look and see what we have got inside the box. So, 3-colour kit, it says. There we go. Okay, some clear parts. It's like a silvery plastic here. It's all very nice. The plastic's not at all bad. Matchbox International Limited 1988. Made in England. Wow. Actually, I don't know if I'll have to look out when this actually came out. It might have came out after I kind of stopped doing model making for a while. So it might well be that this is like post dates my suspension of doing the hobby. It's a bit flashy at times, but yeah. As I always say, I prefer more flash than undershots anytime. I'm not sure, some of these parts look a bit weird. What those are. I think those are just flash parts on the frame actually. And here we have the third part. And bits of flash here and there, but nothing too terrible. Beautiful Heinkel wing, isn't it lovely? What a beautiful design. And the decals are here. The decal protective sheet is in place. And you know what? The decals don't look bad. There's no obvious signs of cracking or marking. They look really nice. This could be a bit of a gem, actually. This could be quite a lot of a gem. This could be something very special. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving it because it is so unusual. Yeah, it's a description of the aircraft here, and then it's French, German, I think Italian, Dutch, and Spanish. I think. Interesting that there's lots of things here. No actual paint instructions show what paints are, but it just describes them. It doesn't give any references to anything. Some of the earlier kits actually had like Humbrol references. Obviously, they go in their own separate ways by them. When you go to German, of course, it's like the pale blue is RLM 65, there's RLM 26, 71, and 79. But it is. Okay, so the Lufthansa one has got like these bench seats in it, and the reconnaissance ones don't. Obviously, the reconnaissance ones have got weapons on that the Lufthansa ones, generally speaking, didn't. But really fascinating because there's lots of options. Options for the engines, options for the cabin, the fittings around the cabin, all that. They're all different options going on here, which is really cool. I'm absolutely intrigued by this. So the Spanish National Air Force colours, if I can read them correctly, C is dark brown, which is RLM 26, which I don't have. I have to get hold of. E is sand yellow, which is 79. I'm pretty sure I've got that. F, stone grey. B is a light blue, the RLM 65 hellblau. That goes underneath. E, sand yellow. C, dark brown. F, stone grey. And D, dark green, the RLM 71. So that's what makes up all of this. Well, actually, it's going to be an interesting proposition in masking to do that in 1/72nd scale. I'm not quite sure. Do you know what? This might be a case of using the AK marker pens and seeing what we can do with them. Maybe do the blue underneath blue as usual. Spray that in RLM 65, and then do the other bits with the markers. I wonder if that's going to work better. It's what they're designed for. They are designed to be able to do that. Yeah, maybe I'll have a crack at that. Yeah, so there we go. That looks amazing. The plastic actually looks pretty darned good, I have to say. There are bits of flash around, but you know what? Not a lot. The actual mouldings look clean enough. Raised panel lines. Yep, raised panel lines. But nothing here is a deal breaker in terms of making the kit. It actually looks astonishingly interesting. Absolutely amazing airplane. The panel lines are raised, but then the flap and aileron lines are engraved, so they'll stand out better. We can just maybe do a little bit of an oil or something along these. Maybe even a bit pre-shade and just let that do the talking, as it were. But I'm intrigued. I'm absolutely intrigued by this plane. Now, I'm going to learn a bit more about it, and B, I'm going to really look forward to making this. There's a tiny mark there, which I might need to just clean a little bit of. but the parts are actually generally pretty good. The transparent parts, as usual, are really thick, but that's kind of what they were. So just got to figure out masking those out, which isn't going to be too difficult. I hope it's not. No, it should be okay to mask all those out. Excellent. Excellent, Simon. You've done it again, my friend. This time with something that's really, really interesting. You know, it's fun sometimes to have a kit of something that, like the A10A and like the swordfish. You think, yeah, one to make one of those. But when you don't actually know the aircraft at all, and you think, wow, they made a kit of it, and it looks so groovy. I mean, that looks so cool. I'm really, really looking forward to doing this. So Simon, thank you so very, very much once again for your thoughtfulness and your imagination in the kits that you're sending, because this is a real different bird. This will look great down the club. No one's going to know what that is down the model making club, unless of course someone's from the model making club is watching this, in which case now they know. And when I go there, they're going to go, oh right, oh yeah, Heinkel HE70. Oh yeah, remember it well. Yeah, like to see you've done it in the old Spanish National Air Force colours from Vitoria in summer 1937. Well done, mate. Oh, no, that's definitely the one to do. With the pale blue and then all these lovely colours, and I'm pretty sure I can find very close matches to all of those in the paint set, in the brush set that AK do, to get that amount of camouflaging going on. Mate, brilliant, brilliant. Thank you so very, very much. I am excited by this. There we go, an intriguing aircraft from a decent looking kit. It was first moulded in 1988, so it's a proper Matchbox kit, not a rebox of something else, and the colour schemes look amazing. I feel a need to make this, so check out the channel for the build video that's coming very soon. If you enjoyed this reveal, then please remember, give it the old Imperial thumbs up, hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. It's free and a great way to show your support. Thanks so much for watching today, and goodbye.